Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 cryptocurrencies in gaming. In other words, how am I going to get exposure to the gaming category? Because I do believe it's going to be a hot category. Now, I've said before, and I'll say again, if you understand gaming really well, meaning individual games, and you think you know how to pick them, go for it. That's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about 5 that are really infrastructure. My disclaimer, big dumb animal, don't do what I do, informational purposes only. Why is gaming going to take off? Well, because probably the first people that ever started using crypto and adopted it were just a bunch of nerds sitting around in their underwear playing games. So it sort of makes sense. So an analogy, if you're familiar, you probably are, with everyone who talks about, hey, in the gold rush, what would you want to be? Would you want to be the business that's selling picks and shovels and things to get out there in the water? Or do you want to be the individual that goes and buys the tools and then goes to the river and starts prospecting for gold, right? You're either a picks and shovels or you're prospecting. Well, to me, the actual games, if you're trying to pick actual games that will do well, hey, if you hit one, it might 100x, but it might be difficult to pick that one. So to me, that's prospecting. I'm going to talk about picks and shovels. We're going to talk about 5. The first 4 are definitely in gaming. The 5th one, you might say, well, that's not really gaming, but it is in my thoughts. I think it's going to make sense as gaming play. So let's talk about those infrastructure ones I like. Where to start? If you start at CoinMarketCap, and you're probably familiar, they've got the categories. The hottest ones are up here with a little fire, and gaming's one of the hottest categories. Now, you look at these, and you'll probably say, well, some of these don't fit in gaming, some do. Regardless, it's not perfect. But I'm going to talk about these first 4. Let's start with Immutable X. All right, Immutable X, and I'm just going to go over generally what these 4 do. This is going to be quick. And then we'll look at their market cap and what I think a price prediction would be for each one, and I'm going to be very conservative. So Immutable X, you can go and take a look at their website. Immutable X is my personal top pick because it's a layer 2, and it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. However, it's designed to address issues like, obviously Ethereum having high gas costs and slow transaction speeds. This platform is specifically beneficial for gaming. It can do up to 9,000, they say, transactions per second. And most importantly, the reason this is a gaming infrastructure pick is because they provide powerful tools for developers. APIs, SDKs, you name it. So they're catering to the developer community to build games on this chain. That's my first pick. If we look at the price, currently, this is October 21st. I always like to say that, $1.54. This is a daily chart. So this squiggly blue line is a 200-day. Just this summer, it was at 360. Okay, so that's a little over 2x. They were around the last run, and that puts them around almost $6. So you're looking at, let's just be conservative, a 4x. Their market cap is 2.5 billion. So I would call this a large cap. Their fully diluted is 3 billion. So that means that almost all of their supply is out. Their max supply is 2 billion, circulating is 1.6. So this is a large cap gaming layer 2, helping developers get online with SDKs and APIs. I'm going to say 4 to 5x easy in my mind. And I like to think this is fairly secure because it's one of the larger market caps. All right, like I said, we're going to move pretty quick. That was Immutable X. My next one is Beam. Here's their website. They also obviously cater to developers. They've got their Beam SDK. It's their own software development kit that helps developers choose between, they say, a variety of tools that can be used to fuel and structure their in-game blockchain elements. So that's the key here. They have a toolkit that helps developers incorporate blockchain elements into their games. So that's my second pick. Let's take a look at Beam's price action. If you don't know, I'm using TradingView. 0.017 currently. The highest was 0.032, but that was just this summer, April, May. So I'm going to say that's a 2x right there. I would say Beam's total market cap is 800 million, just over $1 billion. So almost all of their coins are out. So it's $1 billion, decent sized market cap. They're going to 2x if they just get back to summer. Again, I think that's an easy 4x. I'm just being completely conservative here. My next gaming one, as we scroll down here, and you can dig into these yourself. I always say do your own research. Like this one, Floki is a meme coin. Ape coin, well, people will say it's got an infrastructure, but to me, that's just a meme coin. We came down here, and I would say my next one here is, and all of these I'm in. That's why I'm talking about them. I always have to say, the recording, when I'm recording this video, just look at the date. It's October 21st. I own all these at the moment. Multiverse X, EGLD. Now, some might say it's a little farther removed from gaming. It's a layer 1. They believe it's capable of doing up to 15,000 transactions per second with just 6 seconds of latency. They also say that their smart contracts execution platform is capable of up to 100,000 transactions per second, 6-second latency, and 0.002 transaction cost. Okay, they're a layer 1, so they're competing with other layer 1s. Whether or not that's going to come to fruition, I don't know. When they test these things, it's in ideal environments, so who really knows? But they've been really expanding into NFTs, games, and decentralized app. I like this one because it's a layer 1 and it's in or going after gaming space. And their market cap 730 million, fully diluted 830 million, so almost everything is out. And let's take a look at their price action. At the moment, 26.5. And if we go back here to this summer, it was around 72. Let's just call it 75 and 25. That's a 3x right there. Now, this is one of those that way back when, the last run up, it was a high flyer around 500 and 600. So it has a way to go. But just from 25, just back to the summer is a 3x. And then if it were to 6x from 25, well, someone would have to do the math. It's 150. Is 150, I mean, compared to last time it ran up, 150 is around here. And last time it was at 600. So where this one goes, nobody really knows. It's almost $1 billion. To me, $1 billion or more is somewhat of a large cap. All right, that's my third one. Fourth one is Echelon Prime. Prime, P-R-I-M-E. Prime focuses on really gaming with Web3 technologies. That's what they all say. But it's a platform that enables games, again, to leverage blockchain features. They're specific to the gaming space. And if we look at their market cap, 300 million, fully diluted 900. So they got about 30% out. Again, that's almost $1 billion. Let's take a look at their price action. And then we're going to get to one of my favorite cross-industry gaming coins. Okay, so let's see back here. This summer was up to about 26, 27. It's at 8. Okay, well, 4 times would be 32. So could this 4x or so? Yeah, everything on here is, I believe, is going to 3 to 5x. Everything's about $1 billion or more, and it's all infrastructure. Okay, my fifth one that if you've watched some of my videos, you know I really love, because I love infrastructure, particularly deep-in infrastructure, and specifically anything that helps with AI. Now, Aether is interesting because it's in my category. When I look at my exposure to crypto and I look at the different industries and what percentage I've deployed capital into which group, how much I put in AI, how much I put in layer 1s, how much I put in deep in. Well, this is an interesting one because I say that this would cross both categories. If you don't know, I've got a whole video on Aether. I'll put a link down below. They're big into providing infrastructure for AI, but also gaming. And it started on gaming. And they've got some interesting blog articles about how they're utilized for gaming. So I'm not going to get into everything about it, but this is infrastructure with GPUs and CPUs for AI, of course, but gaming. And they have a unique solution for gaming. They say you're leveling up the gaming industry, but it goes into more detail. Watch that video if you're interested. Let's look at ATH. I love it. And I love the fact that I think it's going to do well because it's going to be looked at as an infrastructure deep in for AI and gaming. So it's across all 3 categories. Winner. Again, big dumb animal, don't do what I do. 5 cents at the moment. It came out and it was, well, it ran up to almost 10 cents. This one has yet to see what it could really be valued at. Did we look at their market cap? 200 million. Fully diluted 2.2 billion. Okay, there's a lot to come out. I think they have the tokenomics down here. No, they don't. If we look at their tokenomics here and we scroll down, here we are today. And we look at the fact that they've got, these cliffs aren't really that big. And this one's February 16th. And the only things that are moving are, which two categories here are moving? Ecosystem and checkers. Okay, so it's not the team that was moving. It wasn't the investors that was moving much. Let's just look into 2025. This other little jump here is not till October of 25. And let's see. So as we move along here, we've got checkers and ecosystem all the way up to here, which is in February. As we pass that, it's still just checkers and ecosystem. And then boom, all of a sudden investors come in. They come in around June of 2025. All right, good to know. So yeah, they've got some coins to come out, but it's not even getting to no additional to investors until June of 2025. So what do I believe? I'm looking at Aether, AI, gaming, infrastructure. To me, this is a 10x. At least that's what's in my head. Could be quite a bit more. If you've seen some of my videos when I talk about selling or I essentially dollar cost average out, meaning sell at different levels, but I always hold back a certain amount on ones I think that will do very well, because if they really take off, I don't want to miss that run. I'm not going to hold everything back because you never know. I can't pick a top. I never have. I've been doing this for a long time, not just crypto, stocks, everything. And I've never picked a bottom. And once, I think I picked a bottom, and that was pure luck. Didn't even try to do it. Just happened. Never picked a bottom, never picked a top. Difficult to do. So that's it. Those are my 5 for gaming. Just to recap, we've got in order IMX, primarily a layer 2. Then we've got Beam, focusing on developers and SDK. EGLD or Multiverse, again, focusing on developers. Then Prime, same thing, helping developers with blockchain, getting into it. And then 5th would be the Aether. Trying to stick to larger cap ones and infrastructure, because I don't know gaming as well as some people, and I'm not going to try to play that game and pick individual ones. Have a great day. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto.